People claim that he had trained a monkey and put a monkey in the boat, and the monkey's driving the boat, and all these absurd assumptions because people couldn't believe it. Hello guys, and welcome to Belgrade, a bigger city and of course the capital of Serbia. I'm staying in the city center and I did a bit of a walkthrough yesterday and I thought it's worth giving you guys a bit of a tour as well. I'm here for the next 3 more nights, so I'm leaving on Monday, continuing my Europe trip, heading over to Italy. Belgrade's got a vibe. It's really famous for its nightlife, and I was out and about yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie, it's full on. There is a lot happening here, and that was only Thursday night, so tonight is Friday, so I don't know, maybe it will get even more crazier. What I found interesting was I didn't expect the Belgrade to look like this. Initially, when I arrived here yesterday, I walked from the bus station to my hostel. I don't know if it was just the heat or the route I picked. It was pretty standard. And then I thought, oh well, I'm here for 4 days. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I came for a walk here and I could see why ChatGPT recommended me to stay 3 days or 4 nights here. And yes, you did hear it right, ChatGPT. I put it in there last week. I said, that's my plan, what do you recommend? And to be honest, it's impressive. It gave me all these different schedules, different options in terms of, I'll give you a walkthrough over here in terms of bus option, transport options, train, buses, flights, a few options for hostels for each location. It's done well. I was impressed. So this part is a CBD, as you can probably tell. And the currency they use here is the Serbian dinar, which roughly, when I convert it, it's about 1 to 10. Is it 1 to 10 or 1 to 100? Give me 1 second. Let me just have a quick think. So 10 Australian dollar is equal to 1,000 Serb dinar. Is this cheap? Well, Serbia is relatively cheaper. We have to compare that with Croatia or Europe. But Belgrade's got a bit of a price tag because it's Belgrade. You can get, but it's still not super crazy, it's still affordable. For example, a nice meal will cost you probably, let's say 10 euros, and a drink from a pub maybe 3 euros. That's just a rough. And then of course, depending on what location you pick and choose, you go to a supermarket, the beer is going to be like €1 or maybe 2 euros and so on. But look at that, so many different options, food, drinks. It's about 5:15 at the moment, and because I had a big night out last night, I spent most of the day recovering, so I didn't really do much. But tonight I'm gonna be a good boy. Well, that's the plan. We'll see how that goes. But if everything goes to the plan, then tomorrow I am planning to explore the fortress here, which is not too far from here, but it's closes at 5 p.m. so it's 5:15 now. It's pointless, but I'll do that. Also explore Nikola Tesla Museum. I could go there now, but I'll leave it for during the day. I mean, at this time it's a nice vibe, so let's just enjoy this bit here, and we'll leave visiting those places for tomorrow. Serbia is quite famous for a few things. It's got of course, most of Europe's got a really rich history, culture. But Serbia's got it's a bit of a good share as well in that aspect. And of course, we all know Novak. What's his name? The tennis player. I should know. I don't follow tennis much, but I know the guy. Djokovic, I think his name is. That's embarrassing. I should know. So this is another shopping center. It's one of the big ones in this area. Of course, there are bigger ones all around. We'll do this bit tomorrow. We'll leave it today. We'll just stay with the CBD part here, just so you guys a bit of visuals. I'm really impressed with Belgrade. A lot of street art, which is pretty common in this whole region, Europe. And I found heaps of them in Belgrade, like heaps. Oh, if anyone is a bit of a nerd like me, Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest scientists mankind, is actually his parents were Serbs. He was born in Croatia and he migrated to US, but he's the father of AC, so the electricity, AC DC, so not the band, but electricity. And he invented it. No, he discovered it, something like that. He's the father of it, and he's really known for his cool inventions. And some says that if Nikola Tesla was given a bit of an opportunity and a bit more support, we would have electricity wirelessly today, like Wi-Fi wirelessly, like electricity, no cables. That's what they believe. That's how much potential he had. Nikola Tesla, he had a really sad ending. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but have a look on Google. But he's one of the best of the best. So he's got a museum here as well, which is somewhere over there. We'll do that tomorrow. But I'm a big fan. I'm a bit of a nerd. One of his famous experiments which he conducted was, this is back in, I'm talking about 1800 or something, that he controlled a little boat remotely, wirelessly, and imagine this, like 200 years from today, like go back, that would have been like crazy. That would be like, wow, this is freaky. And people claim that he had trained a monkey and put a monkey in the boat, and the monkey's driving the boat, and all these absurd assumptions because people couldn't believe it. I mean, this is before the planes were invented, so we didn't have such leap in the in the technology. They were far from technology. So seeing a boat being controlled remotely, that would have blown people's mind off. And he did that. This is gonna pick up very soon. I can already sense the rush hour. Just like any other major city, Belgrade is no exception to scams and beggars, or those people who just play an instrument and then they surround you until you give them money, that kind of stuff. So don't encourage them like Sammy did yesterday. There was a band, they were playing like flutes and drums and all that kind of stuff, and I started filming, videoing, and of course I asked for it, and they're just coming in. All I could see on my phone screen was the drums getting bigger and the flutes, and I saw it. I'm like, holy shit, they're in my face. And next minute I'm surrounded by like 6 of these guys. Money, money, money. I'm like, bro. I had just come out of the ATM too, so I had like big notes, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna pull the notes out. So I don't know. Luckily they just I was with my mate from her cell, and they probably saw 2 blokes, and they didn't really try much hard. But I reckon, yeah, it could have been intimidating if it's by yourself, and like they really corner you. Not the best crowd you want, like in your personal space. But again, I should have known better. I kind of encouraged them to do so, unintentionally, but I gave them a reason to do that. I mean, I'm not against it. Yeah, give them money, all this stuff. I don't care. But just saying. Like, of course, it looks really nice, and I believe it's one of the high-end areas in terms of shopping. Is Serbia EU? Hang on a second, I'm gonna Google it. I thought it wasn't. They applied in 2009 and became a member in 2012. Okay, so it is, hang on. Don't know, look at this. Serbia was granted EU in 2012. Hang on, there's something going on here. I have to Google that bit. I thought it wasn't part of EU. Maybe they were at some time, and then they, I don't know, pulled themselves out of EU, like UK tried to do with the British or something like that. But anyway, the more I'm traveling, the more I'm learning there's different things. Europe is one thing, EU is one thing, Schengen is one thing. They're all different. Most people do know, but I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, Europe is EU. No, Europe is Europe. EU is EU, and then Schengen visa, because I get 90 days to travel in Schengen in 180 days. So a lot of people got to be mindful of those, not extending their stay or overstaying those 90 days. So what people do is they go to UK or some other non-Schengen countries. So it's kind of very like well done system, but not the most efficient, not the most user friendly. So because you hopping on and off, in and out of the EU or Schengen, I should say. You can't keep, unless you're really writing it down, and you can't keep a track of how many days you have left from those 90 days. So people always are confused. I mean, it would have been nice to have, I don't know, on online website somewhere, you punch your passport number in or so, and then it would tell you how many days you have left. Like, I'm pretty sure no one's have any intention to overstay their 90 days. But even if it happens to someone accidentally, that's not the best thing. So yeah, they don't have it. Of course, when you go to the immigration counter, surely you can ask the officer, hey, what I've got left. But could have been better if we have that access, unless you have to write it down each and every day. Another problem is the SIM cards. It's like never ending. It's as far as I can see. Maybe we are almost at the Nikola Tesla Museum. If I do end up there, I'll make another video. It was saying it's like half an hour walk from where I started, but we'll see. So yeah, I was talking about the SIM card. It's such a... But then SIM card is different to, like, you buy a SIM card in EU, they work in EU, they don't work in non-EU, then you buy from Balkans. It's crazy. Like, luckily now we have eSIM, so you can literally connect to a Wi-Fi and download an eSIM like on the spot. Handy, and it's not that expensive. But unless you go with the SIM that can cover every region, yeah, there are options out there. But I got stung with a few times moving from EU to non-EU, and then I didn't keep track of it, and I used a lot of data. It cost me more in the non-EU. Anyway, I'm sure you'll sort it out. Just get a good SIM to start off with. I think the SIM that will cover the whole Europe, like that kind of stuff. It might be expensive, but I think it's worth biting the bullet earlier than to keep topping it up and end up paying same if not more for the same thing. Okay, I think this must be the end of the walking bit, the main stretch. Here it is. Beautiful Belgrade. Oh, and they also have those the electric buses things, like the little thing on the top, it just raises and touches the electric wire above, and they pull it down when they don't have that track. That's pretty cool. Alright guys, without making this video a super long one, we'll cut it off here, and I'll be making a few more videos for sure. Like, definitely gonna be the Nikola Tesla Museum, the Belgrade Fortress, and there are a few other things. There's a lot of stuff happening here, so I'll be definitely making a few more. Would love for you guys to join it and join these travel journeys as well. So please subscribe if this is something interests you, and that way we can do this all together. Saying that, I'm gonna find myself a joint so I can have a coffee. I need a coffee because tonight 8 o'clock we have this dinner. But I'll leave you to it, and see you very soon. You guys take care.